Welcome back, everyone. I'm the Depressed Eeyore, and this is Dark Sun Shattered Lands. Sorry that the last video was so long. It was a lot of dialogue, unfortunately, which is always the thing I'm concerned about with these types of playthroughs, unfortunately. But not much we can do about it right now. I was about to head out, but I actually remembered I still want to actually talk to the two main guys. So let's do that real quick. What is it, Sanekochia? I can only spare a few minutes before I need to get back to work. What work is so important? If Tuiquetzal is to prosper, a market area must be built to attract caravans, fields must be planted, and goods made so we have a surplus to trade. This won't happen on its own. What kind of trading would you do? We'll buy raw materials like obsidian or wood from caravan, make tools and such with it, and sell the finished products back to the caravans. Isn't Tuiquetzal already prosperous? That's the attitude of a dog following its dying master. And too many people here have it. Never be satisfied. That's the only way you'll get ahead in this life. You talk as if you're Tuiquetzal's leader. I will become Tuiquetzal's leader soon enough, something you would do well to remember. Why should you be leader? I'll bring wealth to this sun-bleached village. Bring wealth to the villagers or yourself? It is the same thing. If I am wealthy, the villagers will live better, and they will make their own money as well. What is wrong with Chal being the leader? This village needs fresh ideas. Chal thinks it's enough to build a wall and put bread on the table. That's fine if you're a stupid mole, but there are better things in life. Why don't you challenge Chal now? Why would I do that? Old age will take care of Chal. I'm neither an impatient man nor one to take unnecessary risks. Why would caravans deal with you? I control the only reliable well in the area. The caravans will come for that if nothing else, and if I trade water for materials, my profits will soar. Tell me about yourself, Curran. My life is none of your business. I was just curious. Curious gets you dead. Why are you so belligerent? I don't like you. You crawl in from the desert and expect everyone to bow to your wishes just because a sun-struck visionary calls you here. A mercenary is more like it. I want to ask you about the war. What war? The only one I've heard about is inside that visionary's head. What do you know about the visionary? I know he's mad and that's enough. All you have to do is listen to his ravings. He stirs up the villagers when they do better to keep their minds on their work. I must get back to work now. Goodbye. Alright. So that is it for him. I don't believe there's anything I can do with this chest. Nope. Okay. Now let's go talk to the leader one more time. Those are some giant weapons over there. Nothing in it. I could grab that bag if I want to, but there's not really any reason to. At this point, I have a way of dropping off excess loot. Joel, what do you want to talk about, Sanekochia? Tell me about yourself. There's something to tell, and Mole's life is as dull as they come. The scars on your face argue differently. Your charisma is persuasive enough to overcome Charles' reluctance to speak of himself. Sanekochia receives 200 experience points. Glad to see that charisma actually did something. I guess I do have a few scars, but I didn't get them doing heroics or anything. What are all these giant weapons for? I stayed with some giants on their island in the Sea of Silt. I guess they came to respect me and gave me these gifts when I left. Tell me about your daughter. I'm not soft, but Katie pulls at my heart ever since she came to me. Maybe it's because moles don't get to have children of their own. You've endured a great deal for her sake. And I would do it again. Katie is worth more than all the water in Nebene, who are a natural parent. Nobody knows. The Templar delivered Katie into my protection after nearly a year's absence. There's no telling where she came from. The Templar traveled without a bodyguard. It was unusual for her to disappear for a while. The Shadow King had special uses for her that didn't include me being around. How much does Kotora know? I haven't told Katie anything. Her head is already filled with dreams and nonsense about magic. Who was the Templar you were a slave to? Her name was Chakusola, if it matters. She was a favorite of the Shadow King of Nebene. Chakusoloa once said it was she who preserved the Shadow King's immortality. How did you get the scars on your face? Crossing the Sea of Silt, a Templar had it in for me, and the only way I could escape was to lose myself in a dust storm. I got to the scars convincing a giant to carry me through the silt. How did you convince the giant? I challenged him to a contest of blows and somehow put him out, but not before his stony fist gave me a new face. Why was the Templar chasing you? I was her slave, and she didn't like the idea of me wandering off. The Templar only wanted the child you took. Yes, that's the truth of it, but I couldn't let that witch give Katura to the Shadow King of Nebene. He would have leached her life's energy in the vilest of ways. Why did the Shadow King want the child? I don't understand such things. The Templar said something about tapping the child's unfocused potential, but that's just a fancy way of saying that they were going to kill her. Excuse me, I must work on preparing my village for war. Goodbye. Alright, I think that's really everything. Okay, let's get out of here. We've done enough for now. I'm pretty sure there's nothing over here. Yeah, it's just the wall. So yeah, our main mission is to go and like convince other villages to join forces with us. So we don't, you know, get completely obliterated by the army. Needless to say, their assistance, at least back when I played it and did the final battle, was below minimal. Like, they were so useless. So yeah, monsters will randomly spawn. So I'm just keeping an eye at some of the monsters. Some of them can still be a little dangerous. Okay, there's nothing too bad out here. So I could go down the red sands, but I think I'm just going to go this way and go south from there. I believe that's how I can do it. That'll at least get us some more locations to look at. Alright. Alright, what do we got here? Not sure who that guy is. Got some, I don't even remember what they're called. It's nothing too bad. Okay, that guy. This guy's a Ravager. And I don't know exactly much about the actual D&D stats for these guys, but they are... We saw them in the intro when before we had our first arena fight. But these guys are super fast, like on the overworld. Like, they dash faster than you can dash. In fact, I think he's the only monster that does that. He has multiple attacks, and his attacks can poison, and not only that, he can break gear, which is not pleasant. So I would like to avoid him. Over here, it looks like there's some sort of merchant guy. And then over here... this guy. This guy is a red herring, but we'll talk to him. Actually, speaking of... this thing here's I don't remember what they're called, but they're essentially like giant scorpion people. And they're pretty deadly too, because they have a poison attack. And when I say poison attack, I mean like, it'll do like 20 damage to you if you get hit by the poison. So, they can be pretty rough as well if you let them hit you. So I'm gonna go ahead and head down this way and see if I can go say hello to that merchant or whatever he was down there. Unfortunately, I am lagging like a champ here. Yeah, I'm lagging. Holy... Hey, hello. Wait. There we go. Face right there. And there too. God, I'm lagging like a champ. Tell you what, we're just gonna Well, I would like to actually look at some of these skulls, because I think one of them actually talks. Or I could be insane. You know, whichever. Alright, looks like... Oh, I was about to say the lag was about to calm down, but no. Actually, it calms down when I switch to this view. So I can actually move the view a little bit, because it pauses when I switch off of the click motion. So that's like a little animal there, not a big deal. Let's talk to this guy, shall we? Notaku. Well met, travelers. I am your servant, Notaku. What forces you into these desolate wastes? Friend Garen sent me for the Renak myth. I am grateful for your services in this matter. I was loath to make the journey myself, as it would take time away from more profitable ventures. If you can prove capable, we can share in the profits. How much... well... What's this Renak myth used for? It has many uses in healing arts and is often the chief component of salves and the like. I'll take the pith to Father Garen. Excellent. Deliver the bag of Renak tree pith to Father Garen in Tiakwetzel. Return after you've done so, and I will pay you handsomely. Heard any rumors worth repeating? A caravan north of here was hit hard by raiders not too long ago. No skin off my nose, but it does make one a bit nervous. Tell me about this business of yours. There's little to tell. I'm a simple merchant, and I like all merchants. I must scratch a living from the selfishness of my clients. What exactly is your business? Powerful mages require obscure materials to conduct their arcane rituals. I obtain such objects and purify them as required. I often work on contract, or simply offer my goods to the highest bidder. Why can't I sell directly to the mages? Mages aren't interested in raw materials, they want processed components. I also have their trust. My goods are never spoiled and are the best of quality. Who are your clients? My clients vary from season to season and area to area. I never stay in one place long. Scarcity is a boon in my business. How do I fit into all of this? The materials I need are rare and many require overcoming dangerous beasts. I could not hope to fill all the demands if I searched for the items myself, so I employ agents such as you. Is that all I can do for you? There isn't much. Business is rather slow right now, although I could always use a few sandhowler eyes and fire eel tongues. Should you come across any in your wanderings, I would pay well for the spell components. Where can I find fire eel tongues? Fire eels are sand burrowers, so watch your step. North of here is where you'll find most of them. How much will you pay for them? I pay based on supply and demand. Typically, the goods I need are worth a few hundred ceramic pieces. You'll receive a percentage of that. How do I get sandhowler eyes? Well, they don't give them up willingly. You'll find howlers stalking the sandy waste. Just avoid the beast stare, it'll paralyze you. And I already know where I can find Father Garen. Alright, let's go say hi to this guy. If this lag becomes an issue, I might cut the video just so I can move around the map a bit easier. Interesting pathfinding. Pretty sure I can do better. The man alternatively gives commands and rewards to a large masterial. The masterial seems calm. Its eyes rest differentially on the trainer. And it's named Alita. Dimothy. Greetings, I am Dimothy, Animal Trainer Supreme. Welcome to my camp. I am Sine Kojia. Good to meet you. Lovely day, isn't it? Hot, yes, but when isn't it hot? You have a dangerous beast by your side. Dangerous? Hardly so, unless, of course, I want her to be. As I said before, I am Dimothy, Animal Trainer Supreme. I have captured and subdued this Masterial. Her name is Alita. Why do you train Masterials? Alita is destined for sale in the hinterland. She'll be used as a pack animal. They use Masterials for pack animals. The hinterlands lie beyond the ringing mountains. It is impossible to get regular beast of burden over them. While Alita here is less than ideal for riding purposes, she is agile enough to climb with me where other animals cannot follow. They use what they can to get to in the hinterlands. I expect to turn quite a profit. You travel a lot, then. Dimothy laughs. Travel? Oh yes, there are some who have seen more of Athos than I, but they are few. A trainer of wild beasts must often travel far. So tell me about this area. Tips of the Desert Traveler, To the west, I ran into a pack of Thrycreen. Fortunately, they didn't see me before I slipped away. To the south, I ran into a wagon train of pilgrims. Were the Thrycreen headed this way? They weren't headed anywhere, and that's a funny thing. All Thrycreen that I've ever encountered were obsessively nomadic, always on the move, hunting for meat. This band seemed content to stay right where they were. Why weren't the Thrycreen hunting? I don't know. Perhaps there is something in the area that attracts an abundance of prey. Do you know more about this area? I haven't seen much recently, but I do know that Teoquetzal village is to the northwest. Master, I'll hate all. They are untradeable. Timothy smiles. I forgive your denial of the obvious. They are usually intractably violent, but Alita has proved that they are trainable. I will admit it was difficult, but I have won her trust and obedience. How did you train this monster? The exact method I will keep secret, but allow me to enlighten you a bit. Any creature will eventually react favorably to kind treatment. Would you sell the beast to me? Well, that depends. Alita would cost you more money than I'm willing to carry. My journey is long. I wish to travel light. In fact, where I'm going, salt is worth more than ceramic coin. For a suitable quantity of refined salt, I'd part with Alita and look for another master nearer to my destination. Goodbye. Yes, we all have our own business. Good talking to you. So, a bag of salt is about 1,000 ceramic pieces, and if you do it, you will get Alita to join you as essentially like a little NPC follower. The thing is, the moment you do that, you immediately get attacked by a big swarm of, I believe, sandcrawlers. And then after that, he'll follow you around. Or it'll follow you around until you go to the zone exits. And when you do, she immediately leaves your party and returns to him. And he'll just laugh at you if you mention it. So I'm probably not going to bother with that quest. Anyway, with that said, we're gonna go south because there's stuff there. And it looks like we might run into... Oh, they're called Zorn, by the way. Thanks to those stone guys. Hello. Alright, Ren gained a level. So, it looks like she gained a level of Thief. Alright, there we go. This thing's gonna attack a bunch. There we go. Problem solved. So that's probably why there was a little bunch of lag, because all those guys were moving around. Alright, let's leave the area. Nothing too special so far. So this should bring us to that area that we first went to, and promptly left. So, if we take a look, quite a bit of stuff to work with. There is all of that, which looks pleasant. And then this destroyed caravan, which is down here. We'll head down for the caravan first. They're probably going to mention those bandits. I'm just seeing what's over here in the meantime. Nothing of note. Luckily nothing's moving around much, so we should be able to just move fine, straight down here. Got some money. It's not like they care. Is this it? Alright, Let's head down here real quick. There's a prisoner. 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 Alright, we'll just talk to one of these prisoners. Megara, they're coming from the south. Please protect us. It's a wagon guard. Lucky find. If we hadn't stumbled on this wagon train, we'd have returned to Cairn with nothing. This is great. Look at all this stuff. I'll divide up the loot. You go kill the prisoners. You? Why should you divide the loot? I'll divide it. Then we'll kill these people and leave. Give me that. So, I believe he's gonna just start murdering people. Like, he'll just one-shot these guys. I'm just gonna shoot him. Get that going. So these are wagon guards, but I can't remember what the race is. Definitely hit a little hard, but that's fine. Okay, takes care of them. That's a glitch right there. Just a graphic glitch. We have lost a good chunk of our health. Let's fix that real quick. I'll just use basic heals. I could mitigate a lot of this by just, you know, casting buffs, but I've gotten complacent now that I've been freed from slavery. Thank you for driving off those bandits. What are you doing out here? We're looking for a new place to live. The water hole in our village dried up and we had to leave. Where are your warriors? They went ahead to look for a new site. The old, the children, and the women stayed behind to protect the wagons. We thought nothing would happen. This is the second group of bandits to attack us. The first took the young women and children as slaves. Where did they take your people? They took off to the north. Please rescue them. I'll help you. Thank you. Unless they're rescued soon, they're liable to be sold as slaves or sacrifices or worse. This person died recently. This person died recently. Alright. Crash. I told you not to hit them so hard. Another dead. What will we tell Karen? How's he going to know how many we started with? Don't worry, these humans needed a break anyway. We wouldn't want another accident. What's up? Megara. Oh, you're not talking. Help us, please kill these murderers. You have to tell me twice. That's one down. Alright. You've attacked, so I'm gonna go ahead and just move up and deal with this guy. Okay, and then see if I can reach you in time. Not quite, but I can guard. Oh, you went around me. Alright, another graphic glitch. That person's dead. Alright, quick and easy. Let's talk. Thanks for saving us. Those cowards ambushed us when our warriors were away. They took us and our children, leaving the others behind with no supplies or defense. We have to rescue the ones they left behind. They're helpless. I already rescued them. They must have sent you to get us. Please escort us to them. Alright, let's head on down. The prisoners cheer when they see the warriors returning to the wagon train. Each member receives 3,000 experience points. And there you go. What's up, guys? The warriors will speak for us now. Thank you again for your help. Ah, here they are. There's the warriors. Kellinen. Who are you? I'm Sune Kachia. I'm Kellinen. I speak for all in this group. I saved your people from bandits. Thank you very much. Without you, they would all perish. Take this sword. You'll find it useful. What can we do for you? Well, you just gave me a sword. Will you join the Alliance? An alliance towards what purpose? I'm allying against Draj's army. Yes, we'll gladly join your alliance. We must go to a village and hide what remains of our wagons and children. Where shall we meet you? Meet me in Teoquetzal. Very well. We will be there as soon as possible. Take this sword. You'll find it useful. Did you just give me 2 swords? And we got 1,000 experience. Alright. Nope, he gave me 1 sword. Bone Hornblade. It's a... looks like just a magic sword, long sword, +1. Which is still an upgrade, so I don't mind it. Alright, we're getting to the point where I might start going ahead and giving some weapons to Imame, because... we'll see. But yeah, we actually don't need that metal longsword anymore. Let's give this to... both your weapons are magical, right? Sure, metal axe right now. Yep, not much better. Okay. We'll hold on to the sword though, just in case. But yeah, getting a nice array of magic weapons. We'll definitely need as many as we can get. In 2nd edition, actually it might even be in 3rd edition as well, some monsters are resistant to the point where they need a higher plus to even be harmed by a weapon. So generally the highest you can get around here is +3. I think the ultimate sword is like +4 or 5, but you can't get it until after the end game. Alright, so we got all that taken care of. So that's good. We made some progress. So what I'll probably go ahead and do... let's head back to Teoquetzal. We'll deliver the pit stuff that we grabbed earlier. And go from there. So yeah, unfortunately this game does have some bugs. So unfortunately I didn't get to show you the escaped old man that ends up getting himself murdered. I never actually got an opportunity to ever play Dark Sun as a campaign setting. I mean, it was not really even included in 3rd edition. And for the most part we seem to be getting less and less campaign settings as we go along the editions. There used to be tons. You had things like Spelljammer, Dragonlance, freaking Mystara. Oh, hello. Ooh, that's a lot of you. Here, this is what I'll do. There's this thing I have called Haste that just breaks the game. Thank you. So yeah, Dune Reapers are pretty rough. They have a lot of attacks and they hit really hard, as you can see. go ahead and rest while we're here. There you go. I went the wrong way. Good times. And no other monsters. Unfortunately, I can't teleport back because we don't have the gem for it yet. That lizard woman will have there's like a quest line with her involving her as well. I don't know if there's like any special reward for it, but it's definitely one that's worth messing around with. You're back already. I thought you were off to save Athos and fulfill the prophecy. You have a bad attitude. I'm just saying what's true. How goes the war effort? It's as bad as can be. Misery all we've got to look forward to. How's morale of the villagers? They're acting like it's a mid-year celebration, thinking that your alliance is going to give them a better life. Sand for brains. That's what they got. What is the Dragon army doing? Don't know. Getting ready to kill us all is a good bet. What do you know about the village leader? Our leader, Chal, takes care of us well enough. A little slow on the uptake, but he's a stout one. No mistake. Why is Chal the leader? Chal... Do you know his daughter? So we're not his real daughter, you know? Chal being a mule, but she's a bird flying off without a thought or care. Chal dotes on her, though. What about the lieutenant? Quarren came to Tuakutsul several years back. People seem to like him, say new blood is what's needed in the village. What are Quarren's plans? Don't know and don't care. Quarren's got his eyes on being leader, that's for certain, but he can't take Chal in a fight and likely don't have the grit to try. Does the village need a new leader? Chal has to step down someday, or get knocked down. Ain't nobody immortal. Where does Quarren come from? That ain't a question you ask an ex-slave. Besides, there's more important things to know about a man. What should I know about Quarren? Ain't for me to say. You gotta measure a man's mettle for yourself, but ambition will put a sharp edge on any weapon, and Quarren's no lackwit. What do you mean, slow? Just say he'll never okay, well. I think some of that was repeated. I apologize. Anyway, let's go say hi to this fellow. I'm here to deliver a bag of pith to you. Oh, wonderful. I have been waiting for it. Lenara, a friend of Gedrin, desperately needed the extract I make with the pith. Will you help me get it to her? I'd be glad to. Thank you. The extract is made by mixing the pith with the concoctions by the wall. When you are done, you can take the extract to Lenara. She is a colleague in Gedrin, a village northwest of here. Goodbye. Do I still have the pith? So yeah, I got the pith extract. Okay. I think that's just about it for this video, because I don't want to go too long again. I'll talk to him real quick and see if he's got anything to say. I want to talk about your village. It's like other villages, I guess. Everyone here has felt the slave master's whip and risked their lives to escape it. It's Quarren to be the next leader. I'm not dead yet. When I am, the villagers can decide who will lead them. I guess I'm old enough for people to be thinking about it, though especially with a war threatening. Would Quarren make a good leader? The lieutenant's plenty smart, but I think he cares too much about himself. A leader has to be ready to make sacrifices for the good of the village. Who do you think should lead Teoquetzal? Don't know. I would choose somebody like you, Sine Kujia. The villagers need a leader they can count on to protect them. How are the villagers doing? The visionary prophecies worry them, but they'll come around as soon as you bring in some allies. They all would have died as slaves if they weren't good folk. Alright, well, that is it for this video. I am the Depressed Viewer, and this was Dark Sun Shattered Lands. See you guys later.